Afternoon, Yeladim, and welcome back to more Children's Torah stories. We are starting brand new story today, all about a man called Shmuel. And Shmuel, whose name in English is Samuel or Sam, Shmuel is going to be one of the most important people, and he is going to help the Jewish people to have their first king. Do any of you know who the first king of the Jewish people was? He was a man called Shaul. Shaul HaMelech, or King Saul. And the second king is even more famous. That is David. King David HaMelech. Well, the man responsible for all of that is Shmuel. Obviously, it's Hashem more, but he's the man who is very involved in this. Well, we actually start before Shmuel is even born, with his mom and his dad and his dad's other wife. Well, let's take a step back. Once upon a time, in the land of Israel, there was a man called Elkanah, and Elkanah was a good man. He was kind, he worked hard, he was friendly, he listened to Hashem, and Elkanah was married to two ladies. This one is Hannah. Maybe you've heard the name Hannah or the name Hannah. That's the same name. This one is Hannah. And this one is Penina. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Yeladim. Hello, Penina. Hello, everybody. Well, Hannah and Penina were both married to Elkanah. Penina had a lot of children. A baby and another baby and another baby. Penina had a lot of children. But Hannah had no children, and she was sad that she didn't have any children. Well, Elkanah used to say to her, "Don't worry, Hannah, don't worry. I know you don't have children, but it's okay. I love you so much. I am better to you than 10 children. So don't worry about it." What do you think? Do you think that helped, Yeladim? Do you think that was the right thing that he said? Or do you think that didn't help? I think it didn't help. Because she didn't want someone to say, "Don't worry, I'm better than a child." He wasn't better than a child. She wanted to be a mommy. She wanted a child. Do you think that you can just say, "Oh, it's fine. Just have an apple instead of a child"? No, that wasn't what she wanted. Where's she gone, Suri? I need her back, please. That wasn't what she wanted. And so she was really, thank you, she was really quite sad. Elkanah did try to be good to her, but he didn't really understand that no matter how nice he was to her, what she really wanted was her own child and her own baby. And I'm sorry to tell you that Penina was extremely mean to Hannah, and she would always tease her and be mean to her. So it would be things like this. "Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Penina. Oh, I see you making breakfast." "Yes, I'm making breakfast." "Are you making breakfast for your children as well?" "Oh, I forgot you don't have any children." Yeladim, can you believe how mean that is? She was so sad that she didn't have children, and Penina was just making her feel even worse about it. And then, because she didn't really forget, she was just saying that to be mean. Or then they would be going on holiday, and Elkanah would say, "Okay, everyone, almost time to go. Just finished packing and we're going now." "Okay, Elkanah, I'm coming. Just finishing packing for my children." "Hannah, how are you getting along?" "Oh, I'm doing fine, thanks. I'm all ready." "Whoa, did you finish packing for your children already?" "Oh, I forgot. You don't have any children. And Hannah would cry because Peninnah was so mean to her and she really wanted children. She wasn't sure what to do. Well, one day, Elkanah and his family all went down to the Mishkan in a place called Shiloh. Now the Mishkan we already learnt about in the Torah was a special home for Hashem that the Jewish people built in the desert. Well, they had the Mishkan where they used to give special presents to Hashem and they used to daven to Hashem. And do you remember who the first boss of the Mishkan was? The first boss of the Mishkan was Moshe's brother, Aaron. Well, this boss of the Mishkan was a wise old owl. He wasn't really an owl. He was a wise man named Eli. Can you say that name, Yeladim? Eli. This was Eli. He was the boss of the Mishkan. And he was Aaron's great grandson. His dad's dad was Aaron. So this is Eli. And Eli was good. But Eli had two sons who worked in the Mishkan. And they were not so good. We will hear more about them in a little while. Well, Eli was good and he was taking care of the Mishkan. And every year Elkanah would come with Hannah and Peninnah's children, and they would go around singing a song about going to the Mishkan. We're going to the Mishkan on a lovely trip. Anyone who wants can come with us. We're going on the Mishkan to give a present to Hashem. Join along, it will be the best. And other people would see, Elkanah, where are you going? I'm going to the Mishkan. Oh, wow, that sounds exciting. Can I come with? Yes, of course. Join on in. We're going to the Mishkan to visit in Shiloh. We're climbing up high and we're climbing down low. If anybody wants, you can come with too. We're going to the Mishkan for every single Jew. Oh, are you guys going to the Mishkan? Yes, we are. Can I please come with? Of course. We're going to the Mishkan. Now there's lots of us. We're all having fun and no one's making fuss. We're going to the Mishkan and everyone can join. We're gonna have a great time. Come along with us. Well, that was what they did until they got to the Mishkan. And Elkanah brought special presents to Hashem, and then he brought home presents for Hannah and Peninnah's children, and he gave Peninnah a normal present, and the children all a normal present, and he gave Hannah an extra big present to say, Hannah, I'm sorry that you are sad, but here is an extra big present to make you feel better. Do you think it helped, Yeladim? It did not. Because what Hannah wanted wasn't a present. What is it that Hannah wanted? What did she want? You've got it in your hand. A baby. That was what Hannah wanted. Well, Hannah knew who she had to ask to get a baby. Did she have to ask an idol? No! What a silly thing to say. Did she have to ask the sun, moon, and stars? No! Did she have to ask Hashem? Yes. So Hannah went to the Mishkan to ask Hashem. And Hannah, that's right, but Hannah hasn't got a baby yet. And Hannah went into the Mishkan and she was feeling so emotional. She started to talk to Hashem without a siddur or anything. just to tell Hashem what's in her heart. Please, oh please Hashem, she said, please can I have a child? And you know what, Hashem? I promise that if you give me a child, I will make sure that he works for you, that he does what you want him to do, Hashem. I will make a promise that we will never cut his hair. Does that remind you of anyone? Is there anyone we learnt about where you don't cut his hair? Yeah. I make a promise we will never cut his hair and he will do good things for you, Hashem. Please, can I have a baby? Well, as she's busy saying this, she was speaking with such emotion, but she was just whispering. You know the way that we do the Amidah, where we say all the words, but we just whisper them. Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu v'Elokei Avotenu, Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak, v'Elokei Yaakov. Do you know who we learned that from? We learned that from Chana. Chana was the one who invented davening that way. She said the words very softly and quietly, and it was just like a whisper. So if somebody looked at her, do you know what they would have seen? Watch my mouth. This is what they would have seen. They wouldn't have heard anything, but they just saw her moving her lips. Well, if you know that that is how Jewish people daven, because today we learn from Chana, and that's how we daven, that's how we talk to Hashem. If you would know that, then you wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there's somebody davening to Hashem. But Chana was the first one to invent this way of davening. So other people didn't know what she was doing. Eli, the Kohen Gadol, the boss of Hashem's special home in Shiloh, Eli came walking in, and he looks at her, and he sees her going. Eli says to her, excuse me, lady, have you been drinking alcohol? Have you gotten a little bit crazy? Are you coming in here in Hashem's special Mishkan playing silly games? What kind of nonsense is this? You are being very naughty. And she said, no, Eli, Mr. Kohen Gadol, please don't get upset with me. That is not what's happening. I have not been drinking alcohol. I'm not being crazy. I'm not doing silly things. I'm just feeling really heart sore. You know what heart sore means? It's like sad. I'm feeling really heart sore because I'm asking Hashem to please if I can have a baby. And I'm saying Hashem can do anything. Hashem is the boss of the whole world. And please, Hashem, can I have a baby? And Eli said, oh, Chana, I am so sorry for thinking that you did something bad. I apologize. What a beautiful prayer that you have said. I will also daven. I will also pray that you will have the child that you were asking for. Isn't that nice? So they had a little bit of a situation where he thought she was doing something bad, but in the end, they became good friends, and he said he will daven for her as well. Well, Yeladim, I think you can guess what happened next. When they all went back home to Ramatayim Tzofim, that was the place where they lived. They all went back home to Ramatayim Tzofim. Chana started discovering something not too long afterwards. Something started making her tummy bigger and bigger. Can you guess what it was? A baby. She had a little baby. Was it a baby girl or a baby boy? It was a baby boy, and she called him Shmuel, which means Shaul Me'el. I asked for him from Hashem. So if you want, you can call him baby asked for from Hashem. That's what Shmuel means. I asked for him from Hashem. So you'd say, good morning, I asked from him for Hashem. How are you? I asked for him from Hashem. Well, that is baby Shmuel. And did she cut baby Shmuel's hair? No, sirree, Bob. And Elkanah said to her, okay, now that the baby is born, are we going to take him and give him to work in Hashem's special home? No, Elkanah, We can't do that while he's still a baby. Can a baby work hard, Yeladim? Baby, go build those bricks to make the home. Baby, go do the work on the computer. No way, man. But she said, when he gets a little bit bigger, then I will take him back to the Mishkan in Shiloh, and he will then start doing good things for Hashem. And so, when he was 2 years old, who else is 2 years old? Are you 2 years old? Yes, you are. When he was 2 years old, like Ajel and Surya, she went back to the Mishkan. Bumpity, bumpity, bum, we're going to the Mishkan in Shiloh. Anyone who wants can come and join. You know the song already. Well, they all went back to the Mishkan in Shiloh, and Hannah said to Eli, Eli, all of our davening worked. Hashem gave me this beautiful baby boy, and I'm calling him Shmuel. But now, Eli, I promised Hashem that if he gives me a child, he will do good work for Hashem his whole life. Well, here he is, and I want you, please, to take care of him, and I want you to teach him how to work in Hashem's special home and do the right thing. And now I'm going to go back home because Hashem did his part, which was giving me a child like I asked. Now I'm doing my part, giving that child to Hashem. I will always come and visit, and I will send special clothes and presents. But Eli, I need you to teach him how to do the right thing, okay? Okay, Hannah, I will. Come, little Shmuel, come with me. We are going to do some wonderful things for Hashem together. And then, Yeladim, when Shmuel was still a boy, before he was even an adult, Hashem already started talking to him. But he didn't even know it was Hashem talking to him. Do you want to know how that story goes? I'll tell you next time. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Bye.